Okay, so hello everyone.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it seems so. So anyways, my name is Nilo. I'm one of the R&D officers here in Campus 3. So just in July this year, a new course has finally made its start. So after thorough research to develop a curriculum and extensive and intensive training for our teachers, this new course has finally opened its door, especially for our students who would like to focus on developing their speaking skill. So on behalf of SMAG Global Education, I would like to introduce to you our new course. The name is the Speaking Master. So what is Speaking Master? Do you have any idea? Speaking Master. Okay, so here. When we say we need specialization in speaking, the program for the Speaking Master is specially designed to create an atmosphere that would give a great chance for our students to have an extensive speaking practice. That's because it focuses on speaking. So as what you can see, I'm going to show you our flyer. So this is the flyer for the Speaking Master. All the classes all focus on speaking. So ranging from course 1 until course 5. So the same as the other courses, Speaking Master also has different course levels. So we have here course 1, which is the starter, course 2, which is intermediate, course 3, which is upper intermediate, course 4 is advanced, and the highest course level is course 5, which is considered as the master. So you can also see here the different classes of the Speaking Master course. We have 1-to-1 classes, we also have 1-to-4, we have optional class, and we also have here a very special class, which is a Toastmaster special class. So later on, I'm going to introduce to you what the speaking or what the Toastmaster special class is, what a Toastmaster is. So we have here, aside from these classes here, we also have the Sparta classes. So you all know here that IELTS, ESL, and the other courses of SMAG has morning and evening Sparta. The good thing about Speaking Master is that although it focuses on speaking, students still have the chance to focus also on grammar. Because there are some cases that the student would say, "Teacher, I want to improve my speaking, but how about my grammar?" So that's why we offer evening Sparta class, which focuses on grammar for our Speaking Master students. So let's get to know what those Speaking Master classes are. So let's start with the 1-to-1 classes. So we have here general speaking. So it focuses on 2 aspects. We have the pronunciation and accent, and the other one is survival conversation. So actually, I think everyone knows here that one of the things that the students really would like to improve is their way of pronouncing the words. So SMAG has a lot of students with different nationalities, and I think that they all have different accents, and there are some part of the pronunciation that they have to improve. So in general speaking, that's the class. That's the time when the student will learn how to pronounce the word in a very standard way. So of course, we could not perfectly follow American or British accent, but at least we have the standard way of pronouncing the words that British or American English would also follow or consider. We also have here, survival conversation. This is a very important part of speaking, because whenever someone would ask us, and then if we don't know how to respond to the questions, that would be difficult for that person to understand what we are talking. And also, it's also very difficult for us to answer what that person would ask us. So that's why we have the general speaking survival conversation, because we would like to make our students improve their way of dealing with questions, and then also asking questions. So not only responding to questions, but also how to ask questions. So that's what's good about the general speaking. So now let's have the academic speaking. So it focuses on the two aspects. We have the image description and the other one is the data interpretation. So there are some cases that our students would find it difficult to say the exact word that they want to say. So what they just usually do is, teacher, I will just describe that word. I will just describe that thing. And then teacher, you teach me what word that is. So in that case, our student also should also have that kind of skill to describe the word, to describe the thing. And then it's very important for the student also to be able to be understood by the person that he or she is speaking to. So that's why we have the image description. This will help the student build their skill on how to describe image or things. We also have here data interpretation that would, I think in Vietnam, because in the Philippines we have a lot of call centers. I think in Vietnam as well, right? So so there are some cases that when people find it difficult to look for the information, if they want to search for information, they would just call the telephone and then would ask help. Let's just say that that customer would like to ask for information about something, and that person who is called, usually they are the one who give the answers. And then that kind of skill of responding to that kind of question when there are some people who would like to ask for some information, that is here from the data interpretation. So basically, for example, there is a table, and then the student, there's someone who would ask the student, like, could you tell us based on a timetable about this, about that, and then the student would answer. As much as possible, it should be in a natural way. So that's what the Speaking Master academic speaking class would focus on. So we also have here, and our 1 to 4 class, we have intensive discussion. It focuses on, these are the primary purpose or focus of the intensive discussion. We have the debate. Yeah, so who are good at debate here? Okay, so I know everyone has that kind of skill. And we also have here problem solving. As for the problem solving, it's like also a call center. Like if there are some problems that the customers have, and then they would like to ask someone like, could you help me with this? Would you be kind enough to help me solve this kind of problem? Or if there are some requests that that person would like to ask, then that person or that student should have the ability to respond. So this is basically, the problem solving, it basically focuses on how to deal with the different situations using English. So that's it. This is good because this is 1 to 4 class. It focuses not only on one, like let's just say student and teacher, but there are other students. So that would be more interactive. So it could be like, for example, there's a Vietnamese student, and another one is Korean, and another one is Taiwanese. So there's always a way for them, to speak in English. So that is intensive discussion. So here, why Speaking Master? First, Speaking Master is an intensive speaking course. So as what I mentioned, from 1-to-1 class to from 1-to-1 classes to 1 to 4 class, they all focus on speaking. So basically, if they learn grammar but in a speaking way, if they learn vocabulary, it's in a speaking way. So that's basically the target of the Speaking Master course. And we have reliable curriculum. The research and development team always made sure that we have available resources for the different types of learners. Since we have students who can already speak well, we also have some students who could not really speak that well, and then there are some students who can speak in an average level. So we have the different resources for our students to use with their classes or in their classes. So we also have here TOEIC speaking preparation. By the way, as what you notice, these aspects here, they are all related to TOEIC speaking. However, for everyone's information, Speaking Master is not an exam preparation course. So basically, our focus is how to make our students improve their speaking skill. But if the student really want to also have a good score in TOEIC speaking, if they plan to ace the test, then they will have the chance when they also study Speaking Master. And we also have here Toastmaster certificate. By the way, we have one student here. She is Vietnamese. She is a member of a Toastmasters club. So actually, I'm gonna show to you here. I don't have her picture yet, but I have a picture of one of the students who already graduated. She completed the Toastmaster certificate. So she was also a member of Toastmasters, like our Vietnamese student now. And then she received this the Toastmaster certificate. And actually, for the students who are enrolled in the Speaking Master course for at least 8 weeks, they will get a chance to become a Toastmaster member and receive a certificate. Basically, the Toastmaster certificate is not a local certificate. It's not a certificate that they get from the Philippines. I mean, it's not only from the Philippines, but also it's internationally recognized. So since the Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skill through a worldwide network of clubs. So we call that group of people with who are considered as members of the club. The name of the club is a Toastmaster Club. Since it started, Toastmasters has helped people from diverse backgrounds. What is good about Toastmasters is that they all cater the needs of the different people, not only on a specific nationality or a specific age or a specific gender, but it caters all the different types of members. And then Toastmasters also help members become more confident speakers, communicators, and leaders. The thing there is, for the Toastmaster, once you become a Toastmaster member, you will have the chance to have a speech, and then you're not going to speak only to 4 people or 3. You are going to speak to a lot of people. Because Toastmaster aims at developing the students' public speaking skill. So it's not only 1 to 4 class, but it's gonna be like a big size group. So that is how the Toastmasters mold our students when it comes to speaking. So going back, after 5 speeches, after she delivered 5 speeches, she received the certificate. And I believe also that our Vietnamese student will also complete 5 projects, and she will also receive the Toastmaster certificate soon. Okay, because actually she already completed 1, and then she will have the second one next week, Tuesday. So good luck to her. So again, so we have here intensive trainings and certificates from Hopkins. By the way, these are our teachers, and then they are all trained for the Speaking Master. So we have there our trainer. She's from Hopkins, and then by the way, Hopkins is the ETS preferred network. That is the, how to say, it's the organization that handles the TOEIC. Yeah, TOEIC and TOEIC speaking as well. So she is a representative from Hopkins, and she is among of these teachers, or one of these teachers here, who received the certificate from Hopkins. So we also have here reliable curriculum. These are our books that we use for the Speaking Master. Not only these, we also have other books. So let's just say that for the pronunciation, this is one of the resources that the class uses. So we have here TED Talks. You know TED Talks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to hear. So we also have here the course books. So it depends on the level of the student. We have for the starter, we have for the intermediate, and we have the tongue twister. You know tongue twister, right? Yeah, I know in Vietnam, maybe there are a lot of tongue twisters as well. And then, yes, come again, please. Okay, so tongue twister, and we also have here another pronunciation. This is a read aloud practice. So the students will have that kind of exercise where they are going to record their voice while they read. And then the teacher will assess, listen, and then assess the students. That is what they do. And then the good thing about Speaking Master also is that, as I mentioned, the Speaking Master is based on the TOEIC speaking. As for the mock test, it is held, I think that everyone has tried taking the TOEFL mock test, right?
Yeah.
This is the place where you took the test. And then this is also the place where our students also take their mock test every week. So we designed a very special program for the students to take the weekly mock test. So the good thing about this is that the student will have the exposure to the official exam or official like mock exam atmosphere. So they will feel like they are taking the official test. Because the testing venue for the mock test is the same as the testing venue for the official test. And then, if you ask me when should the student practice the Toastmasters, it's here during this class. The Toastmasters special class. So basically, if we have members of the Toastmasters, we have also a teacher who specializes in, the Toastmasters special class, and then she is also the one who assists and guides our students whenever they want to prepare for their speech. And then this is also the class when some of the other students who are not members can still attend, and then anytime they can also make some presentations. Okay, so that's it. So by the way, the name of the activity the name of the event or activity when our student would give a speech and we have the evaluators, we call it club meeting. So during the club meeting, we have someone who evaluate the grammar, who evaluate, who counts the like like that.
Yeah.
So it's a very common filler. We call it filler. So there's someone also who count. You have 10 . So there's also someone who check the time. Your speech is too long. Your speech is too short. So that's also another responsibility of one of the members. So that would be for the Toastmasters. So again, the Toastmasters special class is only only in the 9th and 10th class. So that's it. So there's no other periods where there are or where there is the Toastmasters special class. It's only 9th and 10th class. So it means to say all the students can join or will join the Toastmasters special class in that period. All the Speaking Master students. So I think that would be all for my presentation about the Speaking Master. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Sure.
Have another person from another place came here for join the Toastmaster club in SMAG?
Another person?
Yeah.
You mean like not from SMEG?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We have, actually, if you become a member, you may have, or in a club, if you become a member in that club or of that club, in that club, there can be some locals.
Mm-hmm.
There can be there can be some foreigners from outside. So like now, the name of the club is Cebu South Toastmasters Club. The members are not only from SMEG, We have also members coming from, they are from Cebu. They are locals of Cebu. Some of them are from America, not America basically. We have one from France. And we also have one from India. So it depends on the nationality.
Yeah.
So not only from SMAG, we have also some members from outside from outside SMAG.
But the place they do this in SMAG.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Exactly. So in the movie theater.
In the movie.
Yeah. I think you saw already. You have already gotten inside the theater, and you saw there the stage. That's the place where our students would make the speech or deliver a speech. So they are going to face people on the seats.
Yeah.
So there will be a lot of people that the member will expect.
Okay. That's kind of the public event everyone can go, right?
Yes, but if you're not a member, you can observe. If you are a member, you will have the schedule to deliver a speech.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And if you are also a member, you can have the chance to become an evaluator. You evaluate grammar, you evaluate the time, you evaluate the filler. That's also, they are also among the roles of a member of Toastmaster.
Actually, have been attend in the Toastmaster in Vietnam.
Oh, really? Wow,
Yeah.
that's good. So, which path did you choose? Presentation?
No, I only to go there like guest.
Okay. That's good to know. So, how was it?
It's so good, and everyone can go, but they have enter fee for join this presentation.
Yeah.
Different with the member. The member they don't need to pay.
Okay. It depends on the club.
Yeah.
Because not our club, but we have the Cebu South Toastmaster. They just use our venue, and we tie up with that club. So actually, if you want to observe, that's for free. Yeah. But if you want to become a member, there's gonna be a fee
Okay.
for the membership. But for the students, if they enroll in the Speaking Master for at least 8 weeks, that's for free for the students. But they have to consider the conditions. So there are some conditions that the students will read before they sign to become a member, because it's optional. It means to say that they will have the choice. They will have the option whether to become a member or not. Yeah. Any other questions? Please feel free to ask. Okay, how about on this side?
No.
No?
Yeah.
How about on that side? Nothing? So,
Yeah, thank
I
you.
think that would be all. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. And then this time, you're going to experience our trial class with our teachers. So our teachers right now are ready for your trial class experience. So, are you ready now to take the classes?